Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Conversations on the African Town Hall Online Television with Patricia Zingina. It is a pleasure for me to present these conversations with this young and upwardly moving woman who had distinguished herself in many fields already while still very young. The central objectives of conversations is to bring men and women of philosophy, value, and high moral standards who have made some successes are, are on a hustle they are passionate about to inspire the young Africans to aspire to achieve success in all or different areas of their life. Our standard for measuring success is based on strong philosophy of life, value system, and moral strength. We believe in the saying that readers are leaders. A reader today is a leader tomorrow. And the saying by Napoleon Bonaparte, which says, "Show me a family that reads, and I will show you a family that controls the world." We are troubled and embarrassed by the narrative that if you want to hide anything from an African, you should just put it inside books, as Africans don't read. We look forward to our guests highlighting and extolling the virtue of reading books, share some books they have read and how such books impacted their lives, and emphasize how reading books can help the rising generations to become successful in life. We believe in dreams and aspirations for greatness, and the bigger the dreams and the aspirations, the better. We expect our guests to share their dreams growing up and how such dreams helped propel them to the success they have today. We believe that one needs to overcome obstacles to become who or whatever they dream about becoming in life. We look forward to our guests sharing obstacles they have overcome to reach where they are today. We believe that whatever we want to do in this world today and whatever life we want to live has been done or lived by someone else before now. So we want our guests to highlight for the benefit of our viewers, especially for the rising generations of Africa, guidelines they use to attain their success so that the rising generations of Africa can copy from them. We are pleased to have Ms. Patricia Zingina as our guest on Conversations on African Town Hall Online Television. Patricia, welcome to our studios.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
I am excited to host you in this program. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Patricia Zingina graduated from the famous Ahmad Bello University, ABU Zaria, with a Bachelor of Science degree in Geography. She is currently finishing her Master of Science in degree in Geography at the Kaduna State University. She's an advocate for girls and women with focus on ending all forms of discrimination against women, female genital mutilation, infibulations, child marriage, and gender based violence. She had done a lot of advocacy and volunteering to help women and girls in improving their self esteem and financial management skills. An experienced educator with a demonstrated history of working in the secondary education industry, in public speaking, and leadership. The best way to describe Patricia is as an educator through gender balance advocate and community developer. Viewers, we invite you to join us in today's episode of Conversations on the African Town Hall Online Television with Patricia Zingina by asking questions, making comments, liking this program, and loving it. And in fact, sharing it with your contacts and associates so that we can expand the good cause. Your participation will help your friends and family and contacts to see the program and join you to enjoy the benefits. If this is your first time of coming to our YouTube channel, The African Town Hall, we invite you to subscribe to the channel, and please remember to like, share, and then try to hit the notification bell so that the next time we share a video or we come live, you will be able to receive a notification of what we are broadcasting. Okay, Patricia, on this great day and occasion, we are privileged to have you here.
My
We
pleasure.
want, yeah, we want to know that we've seen that you have done a lot of work, and you have done a number of cases on gender advocacy. So the question is, what are the major challenges that girls and young women in your community are facing today, and what are those challenges that they are facing which you have worked on at the present? Could you share some of that with us?
Hmm. Well, my community girls and young women face a lot of challenges, and for the girls, they have the experience. In fact, one in every three girls has been pregnant at teenage stage. Then for the young women, we have illiteracy. Most of them are not well educated, therefore they are not empowered. They live at the mercy of how the day goes. They have no future, they have no plans, they are not empowered. And the girls drop out of school almost on a regular basis because of teenage pregnancy. They get pregnant as teenagers, you see them 13, 14, 16, they are pregnant and they are out of school. Some of them go into marriage while some stay in their parents' house and give birth to the babies, which has created more poverty in the community than development. So that is an issue of concern. But so far, we've done we've done a program before. Anyway, I was a facilitator with Mercy Corps, where they had a project called Engine, that is educating Nigerian girls in new enterprises. So in that Engine program, I focused on out of school girls, and those girls were mostly girls who got pregnant as teenagers and left school. We we taught them a lot of things. We taught them life skills like values. What are their values in life? We taught them goal settings. We taught them financial management, and then we taught them skills on baking, liquid soap, and others. Then those of them who are still willing to go to school, who were still willing, to go back to school, were sent back to school, and they are doing okay now.
Oh, that is an awesome kind of work. That is a lot of things that you are involved in there, and bless your heart that you could think towards this way to help these young people, because like you said, those things simply means poverty will come unless we can fight them with the strategies that you people have been adopting. Okay, you are still a very young person, and my question, this is not a concern, but I'm interested in knowing what inspired you to get involved in gender-based advocacy. What first drove you to the place?
Number one, I'm from a family of a lot of girls.
Okay.
My mom had four girls before she had a
Okay.
son.
Hmm.
Then I have faced gender discrimination. In fact, coming from family of girls, I have faced gender discrimination by extended family members and even strangers. People you
Oh.
just, ah, by the way, you are just a woman, you are just a girl. Ah, am I not a human being? So, it's just like because you are created a female, you shouldn't speak out, you shouldn't grow, you shouldn't be educated, you shouldn't have a mind of your own. You should just be at the mercy of men, whatever they say. Males, this male superiority and all that. We are not denying that, but then everybody has the ability to be successful. Everybody has the ability to speak out. Everybody has the ability to be what they want to be in life. So coming from this kind of family, I faced that discrimination even from extended family members. By the way, they are girls. So, and today we are seeing it. So the girls too are doing well. Not It's not as if anybody is in a competition with anybody. No, the girls, in as much as the boys are not bad, the girls also are doing. In fact, some are even doing better than the boys. So that is the reason why I was moved to go into gender advocacy, because I have been discriminated from my family, from my extended family to strangers outside. They do it every time I experience it, at workplace, while driving on the road, while anywhere I go. That's how I see it. You shouldn't speak your mind. You shouldn't do what you shouldn't become who you want to become because you are a woman. So that moved me to go into that.
I want to tell you, Patricia, that the course you have taken is one of the best things anybody who is wise will do on this earth. Um, well, sometimes we will say, "Why me?" when things happen, but I'm sure you will now see why that happened to you, because somebody need to speak up. Yeah, and if it didn't happen to you, probably nobody will be speaking for all those number of girls you have helped today going forward. So sometimes when you worry why, you know that sometimes it's because so you can go and do what you're doing today. And let me tell you, you are doing a great work. Um, it is not true that the men are superior to the women. They are not. Everybody is created in their own sphere to bring up their own side of the table. That is just the truth. But I know that this is lost on many people today in the world. Even many women. Many women do not know that that is an important thing. So, but we thank people like you, Patricia, that somebody is wise enough to do something about it. Thank you. Okay. Um, you've already mentioned some of the uh, work you have done in helping the girl child and women. I would like to know, what kind of impact do you think you have made in this challenging landscape in the work you've been doing with girls and women? Can you describe your impact? Okay. You did you hear my question? Hello, Patricia. Can you hear me? Hello, Patricia. Hello. 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 Um, yeah, Patricia. Okay. It seems there are some technical issues with in the network. While we wait for this to correct, let's take a commercial message, and we hope that between the period of the commercial message and now, Patricia will be able to get to hear me. Yeah, Patricia, as soon as you can hear me, please leave a message on the bar. Yeah. Hello, Patricia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay. Okay. Great. Welcome back, Patricia. And the question I was asking before um, the network challenge is, you've done a number of work in helping the girl child and women, and we believe that this is a really, really challenging landscape, the work you're doing. And so the question we have is, can you describe some of the impact you have already made in the lives of some girls and women in your community?
Okay. Some of the girls that I've worked with so far have gone back to school, like I said earlier. Some have a trade now. They learnt some skills. Some have a business. They didn't have anything doing before. Some now have businesses they do, and we are still growing. Secondly, I just remembered, then there are some who are in school. We have helped in improving their self-esteem because they are girls, or because some are fat. Their friends laugh at them. This one, you're so fat, you're not attractive. Some are dark in complexion like me here, and they feel unattractive. Some
Mm.
are too skinny, while some are short. In one way or the other, I've worked with girls on several projects. Like one we did, I'm a member of Nigerian Girl Guides Association, so I've worked with girls on action on body confidence, that's ABC. We call it ABC project, and the project is still on. We are not yet done. Then there's another project, Free Being Me, FBM, Free Being Me. We've worked with girls on that. Then there's another one. This one is not for the Nigerian Girl Guides Association, it's for the Young Stars Foundation, Female and More. Young Stars Development Initiative, sorry. This project is aimed at improving the self-esteem of girls. And this particular project, in fact, this is my best out of all the projects I've done. This project has a handbook with 30 stories of great African women. So every day we pick a story, we read together with the girls, and we discuss that particular person, how the person started from grass to grace, how it doesn't matter if they are girls or not, they are meant to succeed because they are humans. They have blood that runs in them, so they have the ability to become what they want to be or who they want to be. So that particular project is my best. I love that project, and that project has really transformed those girls. Just that particular project is done with girls who are already, we did it with secondary school girls, and the project is still running. We're still doing it. We keep doing it cohort by cohort, like 25 girls in a cohort. When we are done, we pick up 25. Personally, that's how I do it. After 25, I pick up another 25, and it has been amazing. In fact, because of this project, girls have developed interest in reading and deciding, I will be a governor, or I'll be the first governor, female governor from my state. I will be the first female doctor from my community, and they are willing to do it. And you can see that they are disciplined enough to pursue their passion, their dream. They are willing because they have heard stories of women who came from nowhere like them, and they are somewhere today. So I'm really, really happy about that project, and that has been, in fact, that's the best project I've done so far, and I'm still doing it.
Wow, this is awesome. Patricia, you are doing a great work there. And as we used to say in something as some business I was involved in, I said, we are doing a great work. We cannot come down. Please do not come down. But find a way to continue. And programs like this is to help boost what you are doing. And we are very interested in it, and we would like to continue to be with you. And if in future you find an opportunity where we can advance your course more, please just let us know, because the kind of things you are doing, I'm excited about it and would like to support it to make it move forward. Thank you very much. And those girls need to know that black is truly beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Yes. They need to know that black is truly beautiful. And I'm sure as they know that and feel it, their self-esteem will improve. Whatever is going on in their lives will improve. Thank you for that great work. Okay. So, what are your current hustle in the field of your vocation as an educator, gender balance advocate, and community leader? So, what are the current things apart from the ones you said earlier? What are the other things you are pursuing right now, and how far do you want to go with it, and what do you want to achieve ultimately with your
Okay.
work, with these critical efforts, these very serious things you are doing? What do you want to achieve with it? Where are you going with it? How far do you want to go with it? And enumerate some of them for us too. Thank you.
Okay. Currently, I'm still an educator with the Kaduna State Civil Service. So what I'm doing right now is I want to start passive politics because I'm still a civil servant. I've not left the civil service. I want to start passive, and then the few girls I have around me, young people that are still undergraduates, because I make friends with people of all age groups, people that are younger than me, people that are older than me, and people, in fact, I make friends, I network with all kinds of people. So
I'm
where
glad to
I'm
be one of them.
so where I'm doing my postgraduate studies now, I have friends, girls who are undergraduates. They are well younger than me, but I mentor them, and I keep encouraging them to join politics now that they are still in the university. Reason because this 35% participation of women in leadership is, in fact, we have not scratched the surface. So if we don't catch them young now, how can we achieve it? So as I try to encourage them, enroll them into the Nigerian Girl Guides Association, I also encourage them to register as political parties. I don't give them party. I just tell them, look for a party of your choice and register. Are you interested? I make them see reasons why they should join. And most of the people I have met are really interested and they are doing it now. So I want to start catching them. For the ones in secondary school, I don't take that to them because they still have time ahead. But all I do is I make sure I let them know that they can be who they want to be. Because they are girls doesn't mean they should be married off as teenagers or they should drop out of school after WAEC. No, they should go ahead and be who they want. They can be doctors, they can fly the plane, they can go anywhere, they can be anywhere, and they can be anything. That's what I keep telling them, and I keep seeing the progress every time. While my undergraduate friends, I tell them to register as political party members and start attending meetings while they are still in school. I don't give them party, but I tell them to pick up any party of their choice because this is the time. And thank God I have a lecturer friend too who is a man, but he's a gender balance advocate like me. He
Okay.
supports women and he partners with me. He has partnered with me so far and he keeps calling up those girls for me. In fact, he's the one connecting me to those young undergraduate girls and we are encouraging them. And by God's grace, we are going to see success. So,
Oh wow! This is getting a lot better, and it is getting into an area of interest to me. And I will use this opportunity to share this my latest hustle. Beginning from the 15th of this month, I want to start an online Nigerian National Youth Conference, and
wow.
the theme is um, the Nigerian youth after 2023. My take is that the political situation right now is a little bit jacked up, but at least 2023 is an opportunity for new entrants into the system. So this
Yes.
conference is made to conscientize young people to be prepared for 2023 to participate fully in politics during that time. So what the first thing I want to do is to invite you to ensure that you attend that conference and speak, because we want people to speak to the conference. I'll send you further details on it. And then get this your people to attend the conference online and also find time to speak. I'm getting more and more excited with what is going on in this meeting today. Thank you, Patricia, for accepting to hold these discussions. Well, viewers, you are still watching Conversations on the African Town Hall Online Television with Patricia Zingina, an educator, a gender balance advocate, and a community developer who is uh, very passionate about the girl child and women. We invite you to participate in the program by liking and loving and sharing and commenting and asking questions, which Patricia will have time in some future dates to respond to us. Um, our broadcast will be posted on YouTube and on Facebook. And one is there. You are free to please go back there, download it, view it, make your comments, and ask your questions. And we pick them up and use the questions you're asking to bring back Patricia to the studios to respond to them. Thank you very much. Now, Patricia, at the African Town Hall Online Television, we believe that for one to begin his or her life properly, have a meaningful life, and to have a real and enduring success, he or she needs to have a strong foundation based on the right philosophy of life and values. So, what are your own central philosophy of life and values? And why did you choose those? How can they help other people? Thank you.
Okay. My values in life first is the first I would say is honesty, integrity. I don't joke with my integrity. My yes is when I say yes, I make sure it is yes and it is from my heart. I'm not trying to maneuver. Then secondly, I believe in myself a lot. These are I one of this is one of my values. I believe in myself. I don't joke in the confidence I have in myself, because I've come to understand that in life, when you don't believe in yourself, you can hardly achieve anything positive. So I believe in integrity and I believe in myself. Then the last is I'm a go-getter. Once I set my heart that this is what I want, I go for it and I make sure I get it in the right way. So that is the integrity, self-belief, and then going for what is necessary.
Wow. And these are very powerful and very strong guide and principles of life that can make sure that one has success. I, are there things that you're doing with these standards in helping some of? Are you finding a way to pass it on to these you women, the girls and the women that you work with in your projects?
Hmm. I tell them all the time that once they are not honest, they will find it difficult to gain trust from whoever, either their superiors or even their family members. Once you have no integrity and anything happens, even if you deny till tomorrow, they will say, she's just denying it or he's just denying it. But he or she, but she's capable of doing such. But once you have a standard of integrity and honesty from the family, which is the smallest unit of the society, you are being trusted, and to the largest unit, to the society at large, your trust is always there with whoever you work with, except there is an agenda. You know that you are clear about what you are doing. You know what you are doing. You are not this kind of person that will say A now and do B later. No. When you say this is what I can do, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do, this is what you cannot do, and that is just it. Very, very important. I tell them. Secondly, self-belief. I tell them, if you don't believe in yourself, even if everybody around you believes in you, you can hardly achieve much, because you are your greatest motivator. You have to motivate yourself first before an external body can motivate you. So you have to tell yourself, I can do this, I can do that, I'm capable. That is just it. But if you don't tell yourself you can do it, even if others tell you you can do it, you will not be able to do it. Then anything you see, anything you imagine, even from my reading, I have come to learn that whatever you imagine in life, just know that you can achieve that thing. You go for it. Anything you just sit down and imagine, it is very possible, 100% possible that you can have it and you can get it. Then go for it in the right way. That's where the integrity comes in.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow. This is getting very exciting, and I hope our viewers are able to learn from this great woman who is still very young and is able to work with principles, and it's already getting her to places. And I know she will go a lot more places in the coming years. That is great, Patricia. Thank you very much. Now, you mentioned reading, and at this point, we would like to have your take on the sayings. That the first one is readers are leaders. The other saying is a reader today is a leader tomorrow. And then Napoleon Bonaparte is quoted as saying, "Show me a family that reads, and I will show you a family that controls the world." So, what are your takes on these sayings?
Well, readers are leaders, very true. Because if you don't read, you cannot have the knowledge. And an empty vessel cannot give out. It is what I know that I give out to people that look up to me. And if I don't read, there are a lot of secrets hidden in books. So if I don't read, how can I lead? I cannot lead without reading. I have to read, get the knowledge before I pass it. It's just like the way now I teach. If I don't, at times, yes, I can say there are topics that I have taught over the years, I can just enter and teach them anytime confidently. But after some years, there has to be improvements. I can't keep giving the same lesson to different sets of students up for 5 years. After 5 years, at least something should improve. So the way it is in the academic sector or education, that is how it is in real life. If you don't read, you are empty. And once you are empty, you cannot be a leader. You will fail woefully. There will be nothing to deliver. So readers are leaders. Then coming to show me a family that read and and what?
To
Sorry,
show you
show
a
me.
family that controls the world, a family
Yeah,
that reads, family that controls the world.
absolutely. Absolutely. I have a friend, senior friend, who reads. She and her husband with their children, they reach 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day in their house, in their home. Is a
Wow.
standard. And the
Wow.
first, in fact, she started this even while her first child was not yet 10. But the girl is above 10 now. She started this. That is the standard in her family. They read 2 hours. Her children read 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with the husband and herself. And I tell you, anytime you see her children or you see her, you see that they are different. She has gone international now. She speaks everywhere. Very powerful woman, as in what I mean by powerful, when she speaks you hear wisdom because she's full of knowledge. She reads a lot. And so are her children. You admire them, they have gone ahead of their mates. So that is just it. That's a beautiful family there. And I remember when I was much younger too, my dad used to wake me up 4 a.m. every day to read. From 4, but then I was reading academic materials. Somehow it has shaped me to the person I am today. He wakes us up 4 a.m. You read from 4 to 6 a.m. before family devotion and you prepare to go to school. Or you read from 10 p.m. Once we read 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, you sleep completely to 6 a.m. But if you don't read 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, you have to wake up 4 a.m. and read till 6 a.m. That was the standard then. So you see, And by the grace of God, all of us are doing beautiful today, very excellent where we are. So that is just it. Once a family reach, you see that they rule the world and they go places.
That is awesome to know. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming up and with your support for that important saying. Because one of the things we are doing the African Town Hall online television is to advocate for people, especially the young people of Africa, to read. Because we believe that reading will make them the men and the women they want to be. Thank you for supporting that. Following from that, uh, what are the books that you have read in the past that impacted your life positively? Maybe one or two books. And then what impact did those books have in your life? And then what books are you reading today? So, first thing, books you read that impacted you positively. And then what impact did they have? And which books are you reading now?
Okay. I will never forget The Alchemists. The
Okay.
Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Very powerful book there. That book talks about making the universe deliver to you what you want or what you deserve. Very, very, very powerful. I will read that book over and over again. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho is a story of a young man who went out to search for a treasure and he got it by determination. That is it. It's just a way of telling you that whatever you want in this life, you can get it. Just be determined, be disciplined, and follow the process. The universe will deliver it to your hands. Then, The Richest Man in Babylon. That book, I think I read it every year once. That book is also a powerful one there. It's all about financial management, how to manage your finances in order not to look stupid or dry. It's not the amount that comes in, but how to manage it. And that book there is an ancient book with loaded wisdom. There is another one again, Goal Setting by Brian Tracy. Is a book that teaches on principles of goal settings, how you break your goals into yearly, daily, weekly, like that, and you see yourself achieving those goals. You break them into pieces. You have the daily goals, the weekly goals, the monthly goals, yearly goals, and long-term, short-term goals. This book has really helped my life. Should I continue? Big Think
Yeah.
Big. Think Big is another one there by Ben
Okay.
Carson. Oh,
Mm.
oh, oh. I can't forget that. Think Big, how his mother was determined to see him succeed. In fact, that woman is a great woman. Sonia Carson, how she pushed him, how she kept on pushing him and his brother, how he came from the bottom of the class to the top of the class. And today, he's one of the best surgeons on earth. So I can continue, but let me stop here. Currently, I'm reading a book by Ruby, I can't pronounce the name. Sales. It's a sales book, Sha. It's a sales book, and I'll soon finish the book. It's just on how to make sales online and gather. It's just about marketing and sales. But there's another one I'm waiting. I can't even wait to finish this one so I can grab that one. Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. That's the one I want to read next. But currently I'm reading, okay, Sabri. Is it Sabri Ruby? Something
Yeah, I
like that.
think I think that's Sabri. Yes, I remember. I think it's
Ehen.
Sabri.
That's the book I'm currently reading, and I'm about to finish it. Then move to the next.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And I expected that someone like you must be very close to books, and I'm not disappointed at all. I have seen how immersed in reading books you have been, which is very great. Which is very great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, well, viewers, our guest, Patricia Zingina, will share with us what he thinks about the negative narrative that if you want to hide something from an African, you put it inside a book. After the commercial break, stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. We would like to introduce you to Graceworth Nigeria Limited. Graceworth Nigeria Limited is a Nigerian-owned and operated company using seasoned and accomplished professionals to execute complex security missions in conjunction with the host government to mitigate risk on behalf of our clients. Our team members have decades of experience in the security sector, bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience that not all security companies are able to offer. The success of the company is based on our unrivaled ability to build and maintain successful partnerships with our customers to provide professional and reliable security services. We pride ourselves on providing highly trained personnel experienced in dealing with the most complex of security issues. Since our formation, we have gained a reputation as a highly experienced company with a young, energetic and forward-thinking management team, offering the highest level of professionalism. We offer the following services. 1. Security awareness and training. 2. Program support and consultancy. 3. Risk assessment and investigations. 4. Executive protection and travel management. You can contact us on +234 807 227 2799 or 0702 525 4858, or visit our office at 14 Buchanan Crescent, off Aminu Kano Crescent, West 2, Abuja, Nigeria. We would be glad to have you. Graceworth. Leave your worries with us.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back, Patricia. We wanted you to help us share your thoughts on this negative narrative. So the question is, how concerned and embarrassed are you about the narrative that if you want to hide something from an African, just put it inside a book, since Africans don't read? What can we as Africans do about this narrative?
Well, it's a highly embarrassing statement. It's sad but true. That is just it. We don't read, but we can still change the narrative. And I have a plan already on ground to start from my own little corner on how to change this narrative. And my plan, like, I love young people and I'm passionate about them. So my plan is now, when I resume, because I'm on in-service training, I'm on study leave. When I resume work now, I will form a reading club in school where I will give my learners books to read. Then we do review at the end of 2 weeks. That's 2 books a month, because they have their academic books too to read. I'll give them different kinds of books, books on leadership, books on inspirational books like that, different kinds of books, history, politics, governance. So you go and read for 2 weeks, come back and tell me what you have learned and the principles gotten from the books that you apply to your life. That's what I want to do with them now, because this statement is highly embarrassing, though it's not false. But everybody, if we can all, in our own little way, change the narrative by influencing the younger generation, the younger ones around us, I think we'll go a long way. Like that, my senior friend that's already started with her children. Her children now are readers. They read. That is it. They read 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I am going to start with those ones under my care too. At in those secondary school students, I'm going to start with them. And funny enough, a lot of them are attracted to me. They believe in me. So I believe I can easily influence them. So why not do it now that I'm still there with them? I will just, that's my plan for now. You read for 2 weeks a book, come back, give me review and what you intend to do, what they have learned, what they intend to do, and how they want to apply it to their lives. That is what I want to do about it. Because the narrative is not wrong, it's actually true.
This is interesting, and as you talk about one of the things I've liked about this conversation with you today is that you don't talk the things you are not doing. Things you are talking about, you are also doing them, and it's either you have a plan on how to deal with them or you're already doing them, and that is the best way to approach it. And I'm so excited. Here is what I will tell you concerning the book club. As soon as you form this book club, please do let me know. And the African Town Hall Online Television, we make book donations to the club, especially if they are reading physical books. Um, I will make donations on behalf of the African Town Hall Online Television of some of my own books and a book that my daughter wrote. So we'll bring some copies of those and donate to the club. When that happens, let's see if it is something that will be practical for us to come on and do it physically. But if not, we can send that by courier to you so that your club members can use them. Please, may your shadow never grow less. Try to keep up the good work. That is some awesome project. Thank you. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about yourself, because you look like the goose that lays the golden egg. So we need to kind of know that goose very well, understand the person behind this. So what were your dreams growing up? I'm sure many of us, like me, I had some childhood dreams. Some of them have been fulfilled today. Some of them I was just so shocked to see them fulfilled, because I didn't even begin to walk towards them, but I dreamt about them. So what were your own growing up, and how did those dreams influence or propel you to what you are doing today?
Well, I won't, growing up, I didn't have as in, particular focus on this is the person I want to be. All I wanted to be growing up, a great person.
Okay.
This part though, I want to be great, I want to be great, I want to be great, and I want to touch lives. So, but I didn't know that I will end up doing gender advocacy, gender balance advocacy. I will I will end up having passion, touching teenagers and young people. I didn't know about that. All I just knew is, I'll touch lives. I'll be a great person. I wanted that. That was just what I wanted. I'll go to school. I'll go to school, graduate from the university. Because my dad will always say, you must go to school, you cannot be a non-entity. So that one was not even an option for me. I knew that, yes, I'll go to school, I must graduate from the university. But then, along the line, as I was growing older, I started becoming wiser, then having direction. Okay, I love teenagers. Yeah, yeah, they are wonderful people, though they are unique, but they are wonderful, they are peculiar. And when you are far from there, you feel most of them are rude. No, we misunderstand a lot of them. When we bring them close, we'll see that it's not easy transitioning from childhood to adulthood. Then again, I started noticing, girls, girls, I love girls, young women, and they are suffering. Even me, I have experienced it as a child, and as an adult, I'm still experiencing. Even in the workplace, I say no. This gender inadequacy, imbalancing, we have to do something about it now. And then I started. And how I started, I learned that there was going to be a project. Okay, I joined the teens department of my church then. Then later, I started, when I heard that there was going to be a project on girls, I said, wow, opportunity. I want to volunteer, and I was picked to join, and that was how I started. I joined the Nigerian Girl Guides Association. I started, in fact, currently, as I'm talking to you now, I work with different organizations, not less than 5. And we are all working about gender balancing, women empowerment, girl child empowerment. That is just what I do, I dream of, I talk about. I'm very, very passionate. I'm happy. Even no matter how tired I am, once they say there is facilitation there, go and talk to girls, go and talk to young women, I go there and I do it without any complaint. So that's it.
I think the question about our dreams as growing up, they affect what we do. I can see everything you are doing today from the dreams you held as a young person. Your intention was to touch lives. You wanted to be important. You wanted to be somebody who is there, well known. And we can only touch lives if we are doing things that help people. We will become well known if we're providing service to people. And that's exactly what you're doing. In other words, your dreams growing up have actually impacted in what you're doing, and they are the things that are driving you towards all the opportunities that you receive today. And I would like to use this opportunity to encourage young people to dream great dreams. Dream. As a young man, my first newspaper article when I was just still in secondary school was simply dream great dreams, because your life will not be bigger than the dreams you have. So if you check your dreams growing up and what you're doing today, they are totally in alignment. In other words, we can continue to teach young people to please dream great dreams so that they can have the opportunities to become what they wish to be. Thank you very much for sharing from that sensitive and beautiful part of your life. I mean, it's so great. Thank you. Okay. What are you concerned most about the moral condition of the world today? Many believe that there is a pervasive moral decadence in our world today. What's your take on this subject?
This is a very sensitive topic because
Yes.
we have human rights, human rights, people advocating, all manner of people advocating for their rights, freedom of freedom to the use of their bodies, freedom to their sexuality, and like that. So, what will I say? Actually, there is moral decadence in our society. No morality, no respect for, in fact, we don't even, this our society today, we don't respect ourselves. Most people don't respect themselves, let alone respecting others or the society. And the thing is becoming embarrassing. It's already embarrassing. But this is a sensitive issue.
It
So I
is.
don't want to talk much on that because these human rights people, every community will tell you they have their rights. You know, they have their rights. So what are we going to say now? If they all have their rights, are we to tell them they are wrong, or are we to, I don't know.
Okay, there's something I used to say about when I'm trying to teach. I use that when I teach my children, and then when I talk to other young people, I said, "Hey, do things that are in your best interest." The decadence in our society, the immorality. If it's I am the one carrying it on, is it in my best interest? You know, so the moral decadence is not in the best interest of anybody, not even the society, no matter how much rights that they may claim. In other words, we all have a duty to speak up about this matter, regardless of the fact that people will talk about their rights, but we can also talk about what is in their best interest. That's my position on it. But thank you for sharing your own thoughts on the matter. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting one, and because why this is interesting to me is because sometimes it's difficult for young people to understand that failure is part of success. So when they fail on something, they seem to lose it and abandon the cause. So at African Town Hall online television, we believe that failure is part of success. We know that nobody actually becomes successful who have not failed on something before. We know that mistakes and failures are for those who are actively doing something, and that only such have a chance for success in life. So, can you take a moment to talk about times when you have failed or made mistakes, or and how you were able to bounce back, deal with those situations, bounce back and continue to on the path you have marked for yourself and still be able to attain the success you are pursuing. Can you share some things that can relate or resonate with young people so that especially when they fail or make a mistake, let's say a girl gets pregnant, she doesn't say the world has ended. She knows that she can bounce back. Of course, from the kind of work you do, you are helping such girls find their way back to the path of success. So, can you share any thoughts on that?
Okay. Personally, I have failed in my choice of association. I have failed in my lack of discipline at a point in my life. At a point I was so carefree. I didn't have direction. I didn't have focus. That was my undergraduate days back then in Zaria. And I had the wrong association. So it affected me badly. It affected every aspect of my life, my academics, everything. And I paid dearly for it. So I had to sit down, talk to myself, change my association, my network of friends. I had to change them, then apply discipline to my daily life. At this time, I should be doing this. At this time, I should be, even if I'm not in the class reading, I should be resting in my room instead of gisting in a friend's room or walking around the school aimlessly. So I had to sit down, slap myself, talk to myself, because, like I always say, we are our greatest motivators and we are our worst enemies. So that is just it. I did that, and everything turned 360 degrees. So if you don't, at times I notice if we don't fail, we cannot move forward. One has to fail, one has to make mistake, and maybe in business. There was a business I started doing and it did not move. I stopped. If I had continued, I so much believe that now I would have gone far in the business. All because I just this business isn't moving. So that's just it. That is just it about mistakes. We must make mistakes, and as we make mistakes, then we adjust. I joined in an investment plan some time ago that I lost money. And now, if I see something similar close to me, I can never try that because this is money that I work hard for. I can't just be throwing my money anyhow. So we have to make mistakes in life so we can grow. If we don't make mistakes, anybody who is afraid of making mistake should also that same person is afraid of being successful because mistakes are part of success. That is just.
Thank you very much. And I think we can't overemphasize the fact that young people need to know that they are gonna mess it up. It's there. It's part of the program. They are going to miss the trend sometimes. They are going to bungle it up. They are going to lose it. But the important thing is that they need to know that that period in life when you finally stop, speak to yourself, make decisions, make a turnaround, that's when you now begin to speed on the course of your success. So we kind of overemphasize the fact that mistakes, failures are all part and parcel of success. Of course, if there's no failure, how can you say there's success? I think it just simply speaks the same two sides of the same coin, success and failure as two sides of the same coin. Okay, thank you very much. Some of the time, we want to make sure that those we are conversing with here, people listening will not say, yeah, those people, they are perfect. Now, we need to know that all of us are in the same place and that when one achieves success, the level you have achieved, given your age and efforts, then when it's one doing so much like you're doing, then it is not because everything is rosy for you. It is because you're determined and it is because you make decisions. It is because you stopped and examined your life. I think it was Socrates who said, "An unexamined life is not worth living." So that's why we bring these conversations in the first place. Thank you very much for sharing that special part of you with us, with our mind. Okay, well, viewers, you are still watching Conversations on the African Town Hall Online Television with Ms. Patricia Zingina. Patricia Zingina is an educator, a gender balance and advocacy specialist, and a community developer. Join us by asking questions and making comments so we can expand this discussion. And if this is your first time of being on our YouTube channel, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Africa Town Hall, so that we can find opportunities to expand the cause of what we are doing. Please stay tuned. Okay, Patricia, what are your thoughts on the African and maybe Nigerian leadership question, problems and prospects? Nigerian leadership, there's a great question mark on the way Nigeria or Africa is led. What are your thoughts on the problems of leadership in Nigeria or maybe the whole of Africa? And then what are your thoughts on the prospects of that situation improving? And if there are magic bullets for curing the leadership problem in Africa and Nigeria, what, in your opinion, would those bullets be? So first, let's start. How do you see the leadership situation in Nigeria? And are there prospects that it can ever be better? And if there are magic bullets to cure it, what would those bullets be?
Well, the situation of leadership in Nigeria and Africa, most parts of Africa this word, I'm looking for the right word to use, is sad, is crazy, is, in fact, it's not, the situation is bad, but there will be light at the end of the tunnel, I believe, if the right principles are applied. Now, leadership in Nigeria, let me use Nigeria as a case study. Leadership in Nigeria has a lot of enumeration which should not be. Public servants shouldn't be different from civil servants because they are leaders. No. But in Nigeria now, public service is for gain. You hear, we were not even talking of massive corruption. These are things that we see plainly. The members of National Assembly earning large sums of money monthly, weekly, per sitting. No, 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 no. Money that can pay somebody's salary, that can pay maybe 200 graduates in the civil service a month is an issue of concern. It's not palatable at all. It's a bad, bad situation. So, and then we look at our country, underdeveloped. I won't even say Nigeria is a developing country. It's underdeveloped. Our learners in secondary school cannot, most of them don't have computers. Even, let me not go fast, undergraduates. Our undergraduates don't have computers. They cannot do online programs. It's only those who are in the private schools that can learn online. Those in the public schools cannot learn online. Because they don't even know it, they don't know how to go about it, one, and most of them cannot afford the gadgets and all that. All because of bad leadership. We put up leaders who are analog. Let me put it that way. Older people who are analog, they do not, how can they even encourage ICT? Then there's massive corruption. They are there to gain. They steal money in numbers. Their salaries outrageous. So a lot of people go into politics because they want to make money, not because they want to lead people, not because they see a problem there and they want to solve. No, they go there to make money. The whole system is polluted. The whole system is corrupt. But there's a way out. And how is it? If our financial commissions, I know we have ICPC, Independent Corrupt Practice Commission, we have EFCC, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. If those ones there can be trained and the right people are put there, we should have what we call capital punishment for thieves. And that is exactly what China is doing. They do capital punishment. Once you steal public funds and you are caught, they kill you instantly and collect it. So if we can, then we need awareness, massive awareness. There should be massive awareness, encouragement, empowerment, empowering the younger generation, encouraging them to join politics. How can young people join politics?
Oh, it seems we have uh, lost Patricia there. That should be a question of uh, connectivity, network issues. And before then, Patricia was just going about a very critical angle to this discussion about leadership problems in Nigeria. And she has said some things that are on the marble. For me, those are words on marble. The kind of leadership we have in Nigeria is corrupt, analog. The kind of pay they appropriate to themselves is insane and unacceptable. Hopefully, Patricia will join us back while we um, expect that to happen. Let's take a commercial break. When that commercial break is over and Patricia is able to come back, we will continue this conversation, but though we already get going towards the end of it. But if she see what happens. Well, viewers, these have been conversations on African Town Hall Online Television with Miss Patricia Zingina from Kaduna in Kaduna State of Nigeria. Patricia Zingina is an educator, a gender balance advocacy professional, and a community developer. She's so loaded with a lot of ideas on how to help the young people of Nigeria and women to be able to help. And we have learned so much so far from Patricia. And if due to network issues she's not able to join us back, we will go to bank with what she has already taught us. Thank you all very much for being present at this broadcast today. It has been a pleasure to spend this hour plus with Patricia Zingina. We invite you to visit our YouTube channel and to be able to subscribe to the channel so that we can advance the cause of this work. Thank you. Okay. Patricia, welcome back. Sorry for the network challenge. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, you went to something really, really serious. If you don't mind, you can continue to wrap up that angle of the question because I think that was so important.
Okay. Like I was saying, so there should be restructuring, including the salaries of politicians from local government to federal government, the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary. There should be restructuring. There should also be capital punishment once anyone is fined. Any politician found wanting should face the law, and that law is not just anyhow law. Capital punishment, you face it. They kill them, collect the money and move forward. One person or few persons, let's say like, I don't think they are even up to 1% of Nigerian population, and they are wrecking this country down. So few people like that cannot scatter the country. Me, that's my own view. I'm not now trying to be, let me say, violent or judgmental, but let the right things be done. Politics is leadership. Being a leader is not for selfish gain, it's for touching lives, it's not for amassing wealth. That is why Europe will always be better than Africa. Or let me say Europe is better than Africa. Let me not say will always, because we have hope. And then America too is better than Africa, but we can change it if we apply the right principles. That's all.
I think this is these are words of marble. That's how I described it while you were aware that the words you have shared on this subject are like words of marble. And I think everybody who wants the right thing to happen will support this idea. Okay. We are gradually coming to this end of this interview, which has been exciting for me and very informative, very educative and inspiring. We are very grateful to Patricia for spending time from all the busy schedule she has to do this, to inspire others. Okay, so the question I have for you, I think finally is using your life's philosophy, your values, your experiences, your successes, your failures as a basis. What are your final words at this interview for the rising generations of Africa, the current political rulers, and parents of the youths of today? So, using your coming from your position and your background and what you've done, experiences, and so on, and your values, especially, and philosophies of life, we want you to give counsel to the rising generations, which is the youth, then the political rulers of Nigeria or Africa today. I don't call them leaders because they can be called rulers, but not leaders. And then to parents, these parents, you talked about the wonderful connection in your family that made you who you are. That's your lady friend whose family also knit together and is building them up. So we need parents to hear what you think can help the situation. So advise these three group of people as we wrap up this interview.
Okay. For our political leaders, I want them to know that power is transient. It's not forever. There is expiration date. There is death. Every man must taste death. And then there is retirement. So wherever we find ourselves, let's make sure we do the right thing. Let somebody hate me because I'm doing the right thing, but not because I'm trampling on the person's benefits. What is due the person? No. If someone hates me because I'm doing the right thing, my conscience will be clear and God will not hold me responsible. But if somebody keeps cursing because I have trampled on the person's rights, on the person, sorry, excuse me,
Sorry. Mhm.
on the person's benefits,
Sorry.
then that would not be nice. And the end of it is disaster. Of what use will I amass what belongs to millions or hundreds of thousands of people? And at best, is to live 110 or 120 years and I'll be gone. Then those things those people will keep placing crosses. Is uncalled for. So I just want to advise our politicians that they should keep their conscience clear all the time. Those in public service, those in leadership, they should make sure they don't trample on the rights of others. What is due them should be given to them. Then for parents, like I was saying today, I talked about Sonia Carson. That woman was a great inspiration to her two sons. She was a single mother, but because she knew that her sons were capable, she told them, she kept on telling them, you can do it. She wasn't educated, but she gave them reading task. Every day they read. Every day they read, they went back to her to tell her what they read. That was how she trained her two sons, and one is a successful engineer today, the other a successful doctor. So she was a determined parent, and her children ended up becoming successful. My parents the same, especially my dad. He did not joke. He didn't joke. In fact, I thought he was disturbing me while I was growing up, but I really appreciate him, though he's no longer alive. But I'm proud of the way he brought me up. You must, you must, you must, and you can do it. And I thank God, having girls, he didn't look at it that his children were girls. He encouraged us. He took us to the best schools, and he believed in us. And by God's grace, we are doing it. One of us is a successful lawyer, and we are all doing great by the grace of God. I also talked about my friend who, anywhere her children go, they stand out. So I want to encourage parents, even if your children have the worst results, tell them they can be at the top. The person who is at the top of the class is not better than them. That was what Sonia Carson did. Her son Ben Carson was at the bottom of the class, but she told him he could be at the top, and he came to the top of the class from the bottom. He came gradually, he did it gradually, and he got to the top, and he's celebrated all over the world today. So we shouldn't make our children inferior. Parents should not make their children inferior. Tell them they can do it, whether they are girls or boys, irrespective of whether they are black or whatever. Tell them they can achieve success. That is it. Encourage them, instill that discipline in them, make them sit down and do the right thing. They should have a daily schedule, they should have a weekly schedule. They shouldn't be, my friend just came, let's go out, and no. They should know when to say yes and when to say no, and things that they should do at the right time, go to the right places at the right time, and the kind of friends they should associate with. Then the last set of people, the young people, they just believe in yourself as a young person. Believe you can do it. Don't say, my parents, I'm not from a privileged family. I was not born with a silver spoon. My friend's father has made life easy for my friend. He took my friend to the best school, or he bought good gadgets for my friend. My friend's father took her abroad. He bought her expensive laptop, or he bought her a good car. She doesn't trek to school. She drives on campus. No, this has nothing to do with background. It's your own personal determination to become who you want to be as a young person. If you say, I'll succeed, whether my parents have it or they don't have it, I'll succeed. If they have it, it's a plus to them. They worked for it. I will work for my own. And if you inherit what they have, fine, it's an addition. But work hard. Believe in yourself. I can do it. I can make it. I am capable. That is just it. And success is yours at the end of the day. Thank you.
Wow, this is awesome. This has been one of my most scintillating meetings with the great people that I've been meeting on this program. Patricia, thank you very much for making time to be here and to share from your experiences and your training and the avocation of your heart to help the girl child and women. Well, great work you're doing there. We wish you strength, wish you more grace. And remember, like I said, when you set up that book club, just let me know. We'll dispatch some packs of books for you from my own stock, the book that I wrote and the books that my daughter wrote, which I'm sure your group will be glad to read. Well, viewers, I hope you have learned as much as I have from this. If you have enjoyed this interview with Patricia, we want you to leave a comment and tell us what you feel about it. And if you have a question for her, still send that question. We'll get it across and use the question to bring her to these studios again to continue to help us with more information because her life is rich. We don't want it to be kept private. We want her life to come out in public so we can all share more from it. Patricia, thank you very much for your participation and for being with us. We appreciate every bit of it. You do have a great day and have a great week and have fun. I want you to know that you're doing a great work. I want you to know that what you're doing, you are touching lives. That dream of your life to touch lives is already happening. And you are going to go worldwide with this. This is not a Nigerian thing. This one is an international project. So we want you to have that in mind and keep working. So thank you for being with us, Patricia.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Me
Thank you.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.